I'm not going to cry. I'm angry.
Don't do that.
No, we're not going to cry this morning. It was embarrassing, though. I feel embarrassed.
Well,
and is that the right emotion to feel after a game like that? You tell me. 4-1 the final. Belgium is advancing. U.S. is going home. North America, the dream is over for all three of our countries representing the World Cup. Canada, gone. Mexico, gone. And now the United States, gone. And we'll see. The final round of 16, as I mentioned prior to the break, those matches are happening today. Argentina going up against Egypt, and then Switzerland and Colombia. The winner of each of those matches will face each other again in the quarterfinals. And the U.S. won't be a part of it. Again, last time they did it, 24 years ago, back in 2002, when they defeated Mexico 2-0, ended up losing to the eventual runner-ups, I believe, in that tournament. Germany 1-0 there. So we're still searching for a round of 16 victory. I don't know if it'll happen. 888-957-9570. I do want to get to all of your phone calls. And Joe, I do appreciate everyone calling in, though, today, because that does actually signal to me that people are, at least some, invested in this sport.
No, I am.
Professionally. I know you are.
Because look, again, I played it a lot growing up, and I want to see the team good. The problem is that, Joe, they got to meet me halfway.
No, they do. Like, that's why I keep
Yesterday was so sad.
Well, that's why I keep coming back to this. People keep trying to tell me, like, this was a net positive World Cup for the U.S. men's national team. I can't. I don't think that is.
In terms of momentum, I think it was good because the talking has never been like I've never had more people. My mom was like, "Can't wait for this game."
That's true. How much of that was this because it was here, though? Right? How much was it because it was in the United States?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Because next time it's not going to be in the United States. I think the next time it's going to be like the centennial, right?
Portugal, Spain, Morocco, I believe.
That sounds awesome.
No, but like
that sounds awesome.
It's like all across like the South America and
they got
Europe.
a couple special matches in Uruguay and Paraguay, I believe.
Correct. Uruguay, Paraguay, and I think Argentina, Sam. They each will have one game there, and then it'll go to Morocco and Portugal, as you referenced, Carter.
And then 2034, it's in
if
Saudi
there's
Arabia.
ever a day to talk about it, today is the day. I say we treat it like it would be any other Monday Night Football loss or playoff loss for the Niners.
And I kind of like the just throwing it out there. What is your non-soccer comp for this U.S. squad? You said Penn State, Oregon football?
No, I just said it reminded... No.
I don't hate that comp.
No. What I'm saying is that like Belgium looked like an SEC team from yesteryear, and Oregon looked like the old Oregon before they joined the Big Ten when it was like, oh, there's just levels to this.
Honestly,
if that makes sense.
No, it felt like... Indiana stomping Oregon in this recent college football playoff. That's what it felt like yesterday. Honestly, it's not to this level. It's not. But like it being in our backyard in Seattle, it did give me feels of when Brazil at home in 2014 got absolutely boat raced against Germany 7-1. That was a level of embarrassment for that country that they're still feeling today. It's not like Brazil and soccer that's like our American football for the United States. It's not comparable, but like I felt just a percentage of the embarrassment that team felt 12 years ago. I felt that yesterday.
So then what do you make of a country like that or Mexico where it's clearly a more dominant sport?
It is. No, the Mexico for football to them is our American football. That's how they treat it.
So what do you make of those teams losing in the same round, if you will, as America?
See, I look at Mexico. And England, I think, is like a top 4, maybe a top 2 team in this tournament.
They're pretty freaking good.
England's legit.
They're pretty freaking good.
They are. Belgium, I don't think...
Their goalie's sick.
Yeah, no, Belgium isn't as good as England. And I do think the U.S., top to bottom, is a more talented squad than Mexico. That doesn't mean better.
Are we sleeping on Belgium, maybe?
No, because I do think that Belgium was still a slightly better team than us. I think our own
they have legends coming off the bench.
I understand that. We shot ourselves in the foot so many times yesterday. Belgium was the better team, but I can't get past what I saw. The self-inflicted wounds were just... I don't care who you're playing. You're probably losing that game. If that was our worst game I've ever seen, Joe. You're probably losing against Paraguay if you had that effort. Or Australia.
Okay. I'll take your word for it.
All those other teams.
I'll take your word for it.
It was that bad. But what I wanted to get out, Mexico, you know what I have respect for them? Being at home and losing that game, they went out on their shields, man. They did. I didn't question the effort level of Mexico.
No, Mexico tried. They just weren't good enough.
They weren't good enough.
Yeah.
They weren't good enough.
And they were physical.
They were physical as hell.
I love that Mexican team.
And they fought tooth and nail.
But I fell in love with them.
And they just didn't have the quality compared to England at the end of the day. They didn't. They didn't have
that guy number 9 played his heart out.
They didn't have Jude Bellingham. Yes, Raul Jimenez.
Dude, he was
incredible.
Badass.
They didn't have Jude Bellingham. They didn't have Harry Kane. They didn't have some of these guys that are top 10, top 15 guys in the world. By the way, Harry Kane's voice I still can't get over. All right, let's go to the phone lines.
I don't know how his hair stays so perfect.
All that product.
The slick back. He's got the Pat Riley going.
888-957-9570 is the number. Let's start off with Richie Rich in Livermore.
What's up, Richie Rich?
What's up, Rich?
What's up, my dogs, man? Long time no talk, man. Shasta, you got me going this morning, bro. First of all, yeah, USA, you just wet the bed, dude. You didn't even show up. It was embarrassing for us all. It was in your backyard. You should have had a better performance. But, dude, the travel sports and what you're talking about got me going, dude. I'm so sick of it. You know me, dog. I'm always texting you on the side, see what you're doing. You know, you see it out there, dude. And it pisses me off because you got these kids from third world country that don't got a damn dime. A broke down baseball bat, a broke down mitt, and they're playing up. They battle. They play hard. They're trying to get off the island. And here you are over here at Twin Creeks, and you got Timmy, who's 6'2", who has all the top gear out there, the $1,000 bats, all that. And his parents are so excited because little Timmy's throwing 80 miles an hour at 13. But guess what? Timmy's 6'3", and Timmy's dominating these kids. Well, guess what, Timmy? Go play up, bro. Yeah. You beat the crap out these kids. You get your little dollar trophy. Go play up. Your body's developed like a teenager. Yes. Go play up 14. Go play up 15 and teach your kid how to compete and learn how to get your ass kicked once in a while. Okay? I deal with it all the time. I run a team head first. You know that, the Burt. It's a great program from 10U all the way up to collegiate. And we go all over the freaking states, right? And my boys are damn good at 14 years old. And my son got tired of dad. This kid only got 1 hit on me. I got 8 strikeouts. This ain't fun no more. So we've been putting these boys in 15U Open. We put them in 16U Open last week, Shasky. And guess what? They got their ass handed. But you know what? They learned that there's always bigger and better out there. And how do you bounce back from getting your butt kicked and go out there and perform the next week? That's what you got to teach these kids. You don't teach these kids to reclass and put them down another grade so they're graduating at damn near 19 years old just so you can go beat up on people. It's crazy, bro. I'm glad you hit that topic, man, because you see it every day out there, bro. No, it's insane.
It's the truth. Rich. And like one thing, I use this as an example. So like, you know when everyone's shooting around on the little hoop?
Sure.
And you got all different age groups or whatever. Yeah. And like, they all put their hands up to block your shot. Like, I'm watching my little guy and I'm like, oh, within like 10 minutes, okay, he's learning he's got to step back and shoot quickly to get a shot off before Rye Guy comes over and swats him into the oblivion.
Learning.
Because you know how older cousins or friends or whatever want to block your shot?
Oh, I'm the dad that's doing it. Hell with older cousins. There's nothing easy in this household, son.
But that's how you learn.
Yes.
And that's how you get creative. Like I think about Phillip Rivers, right? And he was a coach's son. Why does he throw the way that he does? Because when he was a little boy, he wanted to throw passes to the tight ends.
Steph Curry.
And he learned how to throw that way.
Same.
And it's really cool. I find those little subtleties and those creativities and those nuances awesome. Why did Mike Piazza go to right field? Because the field he grew up on, if you hit it to left field, you'd lose the ball. It was like sandlot baseball. It just feels like youth sports now doesn't have that same grit in America, and it's all the sports, baseball, basketball, football, soccer. We don't go to the park and play. We don't regulate ourselves. We don't play up and down. Everything is just like in a bubble with officials and adults, and everyone's squeezing you for $1.
Let's go more to the phones, 888-957-9570, reacting to Belgium's 4-1 victory over the U.S. men's national team. That is it for the United States and all the North American squads in this World Cup. And we're reacting to it all morning with you, the people. Let's go to Jason in Dublin. What's up, Jason?
Hey, thank you. Thank you guys for letting me just say a little comment. I just got 3 comments on what I think of U.S. soccer. And yesterday was not just about talent. You could tell from the beginning, mentally they were not in the game. They weren't in it to win it. But first off, I think we all understand that in the United States, we all fall in love with the sports here before we ever get organized. And that's what happens around the world. You go to Senegal, you go to Spain, they learn soccer before they go to practice.
Yeah.
For the first time in America, most of our kids learn soccer at practice. I coached competitively. I was Division I athlete, scholarship, plays football. Now I coach soccer. I see it. These kids have no clue. They don't love the game. Their parents have forced them out there. And not even to talk about the competitive nature of it, where also in America, the best kids don't get to play against the best kids. You got ECNL, which is the top league for competitive soccer in this area, and it's $9,000 for kids to play.
Whoa.
What parents can pay $9,000?
Whoa.
The problem is, the thing is, the system's inverted, just like we've complained about competitive sports. You don't have kids being seen as assets that can be developed over time. Their parents are actually paying into it to play. So the way that I'm...
Oh, no.
Unless we decide to start developing our sports and allowing kids who are the best to play against the best, regardless of the financial status. We all grew up at a time we got to play football. I think I paid like $100 or $200 or $30. Yep. I got all the damn gear. But soccer, which is just basically a net, ball, socks, cleats, you can't play that unless you got, like, at the very least, $800 in the Bay Area to play.
Which is ridiculous.
And we change that, we will never, ever compete.
It's a great point, and I think...
It is, because it's cleats and shin guards.
No, but it's not, though. It's coaches.
No, but that's...
And then it's fields.
Theoretically, it should just be cleats and shin guards.
I agree with you, but it's not. We have to pay for goalposts. We have to pay for field time. We have to pay coaches. Like... The coach who's coaching for free does not exist like it used to back in the day.
No.
It just doesn't.
He used to be a volunteer dad, right? And a couple dads out there. And those are the few and far between, to your point.
I played Viking soccer growing up, which was here in the city, and I think they had AYSO and like all these, there were different leagues that we would play in.
We all grew up probably playing on a soccer team, right? We did.
Yeah. But it was rec, and then it was school, right? Because I played for my school as well.
Yeah.
Now it's like you got it, and I'm not ripping any of these organizations because there's a lot of that do it really right. But the only way for them to exist, Joe, is they have to charge a fee, and these fees have gone through the roof. And so it's just, it's a double-edged sword. Because the other part of this is, and I see it with San Francisco. San Francisco will, and I've told this to the mayor, if I want to rent out field time from me and my team, I'm only allowed 2 hours a week for my baseball team. Okay, I'm allowed 2 hours a week, and I have to pay out of pocket for it. It is not enough. Yeah. And now,
not to get better, anyways.
Now, if a bunch of kids show up to a field and there's someone already there, they're allowed to stay on that field, right? And so it's the cities and the municipalities also need to have money to be able to pay for the infrastructure to keep things going. Like, why am I such a big proponent of turf? Right? At least at the youth level.
At the youth level.
At the youth level. Why?
Inexpensive.
It's inexpensive because it's a one-time fee up front, and you can use it 24/7, 365, and it requires very little maintenance.
Correct.
Right? And so for youths and for parks and communities, it's great. Is it the greatest when you're in 110-degree heat? No, it's not, because it's going to be cooking.
Yeah.
But on the list of issues, you know how hard it is to maintain a grass field?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Well, and you saw yesterday, Lumen Field, Seattle Stadium, which is turf during football season when the Seahawks are playing. They had natural grass.
But the NFL has the money.
Well, that's what I'm getting at.
The NFL has the money.
I hope that
the city of San Francisco does not.
I hope that is a positive going forward, that some of these stadiums, because I know not all of them are going to do it because there's a lot of cheapskates out there.
Yeah.
But I hope some of these stadiums look at how well the grass played and showed, and they adopt it full time in the regular season and in the playoffs, like Seattle, like the Rams, et cetera, et cetera. Because it's not just for those home teams. I'm a Niner fan. I want my players playing on that stuff, right?
No doubt.
But and they have the sprinklers going on during the hydration break too, because it's brand new, like grass for them. So they had to keep it, flourished.
The problem is, like, right now is that money is like the root of everything. It just is. I mean, there's no other way around it. You got to have money to be able to secure fields, to be able to have practices and stuff. It's not like it was 30, 40, 50 years ago. When I was growing up at Excelsior Park, is a little tiny park, on the tennis courts, when they weren't being used, guys would just kick soccer balls against the wall. You just don't see that as often anymore.
No, you don't. We always go to Benny, Nora, and I, San Pablo Park over in Berkeley, because they have a couple baseball diamonds. Okay. They have a big grass field. You can go. They have a lot of play structures. It's a great park, and they redid it, I think, in the last decade or so. But Nora brings her soccer ball, plays to the side. I bring Benny's bat and his helmet, all that. And we're all just playing together. And no one's ever using it on a Saturday. It's kind of crazy. On a Saturday at noon, It's no one's using it.
Joe, I tell the city of San Francisco all the time, I drive by 10 vacant fields so that we can all play on one in the middle of nowhere.
I know.
How does that make any sense?
It doesn't make any sense. And you shouldn't have to drive across the bridge to Berkeley if you're in San Francisco to use one. Let's go out to the phone lines. More people want to talk about soccer here and the U.S. falling to Belgium 4-1 in the round of 16 yesterday.
The one last thing. Crocker Park at Crocker Park, they put in turf. Okay, I used to play on these soccer fields at Crocker that were terrible. They were mud pies, or if they weren't mud, they were rock hard dirt because grass couldn't grow. Right. The eucalyptus don't allow grass to grow underneath it. That is like you talk to any agronomist or anything like that, they'll tell you that.
I'm learning things.
And about 20 years ago, they switched it to turf for the soccer fields. It's the best thing that ever happened in the neighborhood. It's the safest it's ever been. They cleared out all the bushes. It is being used 24/7, 365. Kids, teams, adult leagues, everyone's using it. And I'm telling you, it is like the gold standard for what a community can do to change the neighborhood. And it's all the soccer fields.
This hour is brought to you by Rant Bank, which is here for you, here for good. 888-957-9570 is the number to get involved. Call or text. And it sends us now to Mario in Napa.
What's up, Mario?
It's me. What's up, Mario?
Hey, how you guys doing, man? I just have
What's up?
Man, I disagree with the caller a couple calls back saying that soccer ain't that competitive and stuff, man. Has he ever played any competitive soccer? You know how hard it is to run around, get tripped, running full speed? You know, the athleticism to even dribble these balls? You know, some of these fans take this really passionate, you know? So like on the 86 when Maradona scored that header with his hand, they call that the hand of God. You know, like some of these stadiums, they have fences dividing fans. There's police up and down holding these fans back, you know. And also, too, you can be any size. You can be small like Messi. You can be a beast, a tall guy like Ibrahimovic and Haaland. You know, you can come from nowhere and be somebody. So I just, you know, it just sucks that United States and Mexico are out of it. You know, it sucks, man. And it's all right. It's all right, Sedona. It's all right to cry, man. We cried all
I'm not going to cry, Mario. I'm more angry. I appreciate the call.
Are you going to cry?
No, I'm not. I'm upset and I'm bitter. And I thought this year it could have been different. I really thought the high watermark for this team was getting to the quarterfinals in the round of 8 instead of 16 because they've been stuck on the round of 16 for so damn long, and I thought it was a favorable draw for them. If that's the FIFA's doing, so be it, but that's how it worked out. I thought Belgium, of all the other elite European teams that are left, Belgium was on the bottom tier of those.
Okay.
Still better than
clearly
you.
We were.
No, still better than you. Still clearly.
Sure.
But that was a team, if you had your A game, which you didn't, you could have maybe beat.
Okay.
Maybe.
Do you think
if it was a 2-1 loss, Joe, and they had opportunities throughout the game, would I be as upset? No, I would not be. But I saw what I saw yesterday, and it didn't look like they belonged on the field with them. That's what hurts the most because I think you saw it in that game against Paraguay.
Yeah.
You saw it, Carter. I saw it. It was like, wow, this does feel like a different U.S. squad, just given the quality of how they looked in the passing.
Well, Tillman is my favorite player. He plays his heart out. And that's, as we talk about athletes, that guy can play on any field.
Absolutely.
Any field. I mean, he's a stud.
And that was against Paraguay. That was against Australia.
He looked like he belonged against Belgium last night.
Against Belgium. There are players that belong out there, but there are also some players that came up very small yesterday that has me rethinking the future of this team. And it has me thinking, like, I can't say this was a net positive. And do I sound like a sourpuss? 888-957-9570. Are people looking at this as a positive World Cup for the U.S. men's national team? I just can't wrap my head around that right now. Is it a net negative? That might be too strong, but it's at best for me a net neutral kind of a World Cup, which sucks because it was in your backyard.
It feels like it's the most social currency the sport has had in this country in a long time, maybe ever.
Yeah.
Okay. So let me ask you about like the young kids. Let's say you're in 8th grade going into freshman year and you're going to a new high school. It's bigger, you know, a lot of the same kids, but you're going somewhere else. A lot of kids will just sign up for football to meet kids.
Yeah.
and just to be a part of something, and you have a team of 40 to 50, maybe 60 guys, 9 times out of 10, they don't cut freshmen.
Almost a sense of pressure. I remember freshman year of high school, like, you didn't play football? Like, what's going on? Like,
exactly.
I didn't, by the way, like, because I played PB football, and like the commute for me back and forth, it was just, I didn't want to do it. I was already going to a new school. I didn't know a lot of people. I was like, I don't want to do it.
But do you think
I felt a sense of pressure to do it because everyone else did.
Do you think that plays a factor, like in terms of like, hey, the kid who's never played football a day in his life will just I'm talking about NFL football, or tackle football, excuse me, will just sign up to play, and he can be the 49th man on the team and never see the field. But now he definitely like understands football, starts to love it. His parents obviously have it on the television growing up. We just don't have that same kind of infrastructure in soccer. Do you get where I'm going?
No, I get where you're going with this,
You don't just sign up willy-nilly in 8th grade or freshman year and just start playing.
I also think it's the cool sport. American football is the cool sport here for us. And there is a sense of, again, going back to peer pressure. Like, I remember even when I was in high school, soccer wasn't viewed as the cool sport. It was like, okay, you had a couple of your friends played, but like, no one was like going out of their way to go watch the soccer. Football here. Again, basketball. American football, basketball.
I mean, we had nobody at baseball games, so trust me, it was like 2 dads.
Exactly.
No one would show up to the baseball
games. The hierarchy still
is like
American football, basketball, big drop-off.
Huge drop-off. There'd be infinitely more people at a girls basketball high school game than there were at a boys baseball game.
Women's soccer, girls soccer, infinitely more popular than men's side. Still. Like, and I do think it is becoming more and more popular if you're just on social media. People care about the English Premier League. People care about Champions League.
It is definitely more popular. Absolutely. I'm talking about in this country.
In this country, it is. But again, that's European football, European soccer. We don't care about American MLS.
But Serbia doesn't care about the Serbian Basketball League. They care about the NBA, right?
Yes.
China cares about the NBA.
Yes, it's true.
So then why are they able to still produce top-level athletes in different sports and we don't?
It's a great question, Joe. I don't have the answer to it.
Like right now in the women's game.
But we also have a big chunk going to baseball that they don't have over there, right?
That's true.
We have that.
Because I keep thinking about like in the LPGA, it's like dominated by the Korean women. Like the Korean women are like huge in there, and yet is that the #1 sport in Korea?
It's a good question.
I don't even know.